Ha! Did I get you with the title? I don't talk like that. So, what does the F mean? So, what the fear? Why not? That's what I would say. So, I want to just talk about fear and about this expression, what the fear? Why not? You can fill in something else if that feels better to you, but it has motivated me on numerous occasions, especially this last year, to move way past where I thought I could stretch. So, one of the examples is last year, I did this to myself. I asked that question, why not? And I was looking at this woman who runs webinars online, and this was pre COVID, and they streamed to like thousands of educators. And I've been watching and I had been participating and getting a lot of value out of her webinars from these experts. And then I thought, why don't I ask? So I sent in a request, and I remember pressing send and thinking, oh, but again, why the fear not? And so when I got a response, I have to say I had butterflies. And then they continued when I was accepted. And then I had to learn some new technology around how to create this webinar. And every time I just kept thinking, I can do this, I can do this. And why the fear not? And I remember I went to my web design company to support me to tape it and to be my tech support. So again, that's another little tip. Reach out to those who are experts and who can help you. And they were like, sure, no problem, come on in. And I remember sitting in my car in the parking lot and thinking, what am I doing? That imposter syndrome showing up and all the limiting beliefs. And what I want to give you today is a few tips that have helped me, that when I have challenged myself to push way beyond, like basically like, why the heck not? Am I, just do it. That these are some things that I've done. So one is thinking of the moments right after the event. So in this case, when I had the webinar, I pictured being completely done, having this sense of relief, accomplishment, feeling this sense of pride, and so resting and sitting in those feelings of imagining what that was going to be like. And so that was my first tip, is to visualize what will it be like right after you do this big, scary thing. Second tip is that you think about all of your amazing qualities. And if you need a reminder, ask a great friend or a colleague it might feel a bit weird, but I guarantee they will give you your feedback that you're looking for. And to say, can you remind me again, of some of my qualities? I need to just hear them so that I boost my confidence, that I feel brave. And so I want to let you know that this is something that my accountability group did for me. And it was incredible. And then we did a visualization as well with that. So I imagined that each of those qualities that I possess was a jewel. And each of those jewels was in a crown. And I know it sounds funny, but those jewels then were in this beautiful crown. And I did another scary thing recently. And what I did was I visualized actually taking this crown and putting it on my head. I actually did that. So I was telling someone this recently and she smiled and I said, I know, I think that's the playful educator in me where I just pretended to put the crown on. But there's something that happens. It's just like, I sat a little taller, I felt a little more regal, and I felt confident. So it's just, again, it's about grounding yourself. It's about that visualization of all those amazing qualities that I bring to the table. Then the other thing is, and I want to give you another example of something that I just recently did, was I had a friend reach out to me, the new platform, the Clubhouse, and she said, would you be a moderator with me? And the old me would have hesitated and said, well, let me think about it. I don't think I'm ready. And the new me in this last couple of years is like, yes, yes. So before I'm ready, before I have it figured out, now I'm going to spend this week digging in and seeing what the platform's all about. But I am certainly knowing that I'm going to show up and probably make some mistakes, but I'm going to show up. And it's in the showing up that you're creating energy and you're creating this wave of success. So say yes. So that's my third tip. And my fourth one is not so much a tip, but it's inspiration for you, that I want you to think about whenever you've gone to hear a public speaker. And you know, if you think about someone that comes on the stage and is feeling timid and they say, okay, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. You know, you feel some empathy, but I don't know if you're like me, but I feel almost sympathy for the person. And it doesn't make me see them as strength in a strong way. What I really appreciate and admire is someone who's up there with a shaking paper, a shaking voice, maybe flushed cheeks, and they just deliver anyways. And they give it anyways. They don't give in to saying, I'm nervous, I'm sorry, you know, forgive me. They just do it. You can see that they're nervous, but they do it anyways. So I want you to think about that as well, is that when you're about to do something, what the fear, why not? That you do it anyways. And you don't even say aloud, I'm nervous. Because again, that's giving your subconscious like, oh, we're nervous? Okay, well, let's be more nervous. That's not where our focus is going to go. So I want you to think about also that your audience is cheering you on and they want you to do well. So by continuing to, you know, lean in and show up your strongest, I want you to think about as well that the person that you're serving, they deserve your strongest leadership self. And someone said to me this week, look in the mirror and think about, you know, say this affirmation to yourself. How dare you hold yourself back? How selfish are you by holding yourself back and not showing up big? So I want to leave that with you, and I'm excited for this coming week. Cheers, take care, and what the fear?